Seems reasonable, and then a reset. That's the other main one that's needed. Yeah, okay. Seems good to me. Let's go ahead and add the marker then. Alrighty then. Burning Shadows week, huh? Let's see how this goes, I guess. What will we like?
Heads.
Alrighty. So it's been a while since I flipped it against you, so yeah, I guess I will go first. Evolution advantage and all of that, and whoa boy, okay. that is a hand that exists. Alright, we'll see what happens with it at least. Oh, and then Ultra Ball saves it. Okay, that's good. I was getting very scared about what I might actually have to do with this. Let's do said Ultra Ball. Pitching. I mean, it's still not an amazing choice, to be honest, but we will frustratingly probably have to pitch VS Seeker, and I guess Ralts here. This feels really bad, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do with this sometimes, and I think this might end up being the best idea. Okay, so we have that. Do we have the other one? We do. And that is available. Okay. So we can do the standard play for the moment. We can get a Lele, and Lele can grab the Bridget. And then Bridget can go ahead and grab Remoraid, the Ralts, and see, I want to grab something like Vulpix, but I don't know if I'm going to actually need to at this point because time is probably, like, it's not necessary. What am I missing in prizes then? Because I see, like, a bunch of energy, I see supported stuff. Oh, that's what I'm missing on the prizes. That's very clever. Okay. So 2 of those are gone. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think we play 4. Do we even play? No, yeah, but no, we're definitely playing enough for that. Right, okay, I know what they are then. Alright, so Mon number 3 is probably... I mean, I might as well get the Vulpix. I can't, like, guarantee it's going to be good, but I might as well do it. And then I've got, like, one more thing to consider, which I think we will do. I'm just going to rescue Stretcher the Routes back and just bench that as well. Go ahead.
Okay. That definitely helps. Ultra Ball, discarding Guzma, and this Sycamore can go.
Okay. Yeah, I will admit, if I didn't get that Ultra Ball, I might have been having a very difficult first turn there. It's not looking good.
Sam. We'll get our Lele, we'll get our Bridget if it's in here.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of had to sort of think a little bit differently about exactly how I wanted to go about doing that, just so I had like backup plans for it in case, say, the Bridget was prized, or God forbid, like, you know, double Lele was prized or something. I had backup plans for what I wanted to do. Ah, for God's sake, yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Well. Yep. It's one of those things.
We'll attach a Metal Energy VS Seeker for the Sycamore and we'll use it discarding.
You will not use it, you have just bridged it.
Oh, no, we won't. Yeah, no, sorry, my bad. Yeah. Beacon?
Yep.
Sorry. A little tired today.
It's okay. Your handler's gonna be fine otherwise, though, at the very least, you know.
I think we'll play it safe.
Yeah, 2 Matang. Makes sense. Alright, we will draw. Okay, that's not the worst I've seen. Well, we are gonna rare Candy Guardy, so there's that at least. Gonna manual attach DCE to it. The last card's not Sycamore, but it is Octillery. So we're gonna use Octillery and draw a 5. Okay. We will Secret Spring to the active. I have a Curlier. And I don't think... yeah, there's nothing else really to go for there, so we're just gonna have to Sycamore. It's unfortunate having leaving the stuff in the hand, but, you know, it's fine. I wasn't expecting to hit an end, to be honest, with the way this is set up, so it's all okay. I have a second Curlier, so that's pretty good. Thinking if I want to do anything further before I just attack here. Probably should get at least one thing done, because if I don't... yeah, getting it removed is probably bad. I'm going to put Choice Band down on the bench, and I am just going to Infinite Force for the 90. 30 for every energy. Between the two of us.
Okay, do it.
Yeah. Honestly, looking at things, it's like if I did get the end, that might have ended up making it worse rather than better, to be honest. So... yeah, because at least a nice thing is these are not Metagross, so there's at least that going for me.
Yeah, I just don't know which one to go for here.
Yeah.
Probably should end.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, I can't exactly complain at my start, to be honest.
Well, that's funny, but it's not even... okay. Fortunately, we have to pass at that.
Okay, we will draw. Yeah, like I said, definitely can't really complain at my own start here. Okay, we will Ultra Ball, pitching... let me have a look. See, the only problem is I don't know if I'm going to have time to Twilight in a matchup like this, because obviously getting hit for weakness is really, really bad. Definitely pitching Wander Energy, because I can't really afford to attach that this turn. Acerola can hit the discard here. Oh yeah, he's in the prizes too. Right, yeah, that's card number 6. Okay, that's fine. We can still get another Gardy. Yeah, Galley probably would have been pretty good here, but he is not available to take our call today, so I guess we're just going to have to do that. We will double colorless here. Do I use this first? Yeah, probably. Will Abyssal Hand here for the Fury. Yeah, that was pretty good. Gardy, and then I have 2 Secret Springs I can use, so we'll go probably just 1 on each. It's like I want to overload because I need to for the damage, but at the same time, can't exactly just run face first into a Guzma like, you know, Giga Hammer next turn. So, we are going to Sycamore. Last card being Super Odd. Just looking at it, I haven't got anything in there to thing me, so it is fine. Do I need to do anything else? So, the obvious questions now are like, do I need Twilight at this point? Answer is probably not at the moment. And then the other thing is, if I don't Twilight, I guess I'm just taking the prize, which is probably also fine. Do we do anything with that? No, I don't really think so. We'll just Infinite Force for the KO here. Yep.
As funny as this does not get the KO.
Oh,
10 off.
right. Yeah, because Core Beam is, right. Okay, yeah.
I will Field Blower the Choice Band.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move to do.
I can't let you have that hand. We'll VS Seeker the N.
Yep, that makes sense. Oh, come on. Highlight the whole hand, please. So we'll get 4.
Ultra Ball, discarding Rare Candy, and Choice Band.
Yep. There he is.
And we will Giga Hammer for the KO.
360 damage. Yep. Yeah, we go here. Alright, we will draw. Seems pretty good. We have Choice Band and DCE. Definitely gonna go for that because that's what's needed for the KO. Do I? Yeah, probably do just play. I'm just gonna end here.
Yeah, probably not set up fast enough to get what I need done here.
Yeah, I did kind of get a really good start in the end with this one. We will Secret Spring to the benched one. Doesn't really matter which one I use it with, I guess. I'll Abyssal Hand for the 2. Seems reasonable. Secret Spring a second time for the bench one. And we will Infinite Force for the 270. Because, yeah, it's energy between us, so that alongside the Choice Band is pretty strong.
Attach Metal Energy.
Yep.
Metagross.
Yep. You can't do that from the bench. It's only active. The Metagross.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, who's coming in? That other attachment was for turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You're still gonna have to find a Choice Band, but you could also just retreat. So this goes to anywhere though, which is the lethal part. So I guess the only bet is, do you have 2 Fairy Energy?
That's fair. Yeah. Yep.
We'll attach Algorithm GX.
Yep. Any 5 cards out of the deck. Okay, we will draw. It's not really doing a lot. This is kinda tough, I will admit. But I think we're gonna have to at least play the Lele here. It's an awkward turn, there's not a ton that's gonna go well off of it, but I mean, I'd love to just Guzma here, but I think I've got to make sure that you don't have exactly what you want here, so I think we do just need to play the N. Yeah, we're just going to play it here. Let's get that 2. We will use our Abyssal Hand to get back to 5. Okay, Ultra Ball, pitching Diancie, and Ultra Ball itself to grab routes. And that is going to have to do it. Go ahead.
Okay. This is always active, so we'll grab our metal energy.
Yep. Geotech system. Just love
Attach
it.
Psychic to Lele.
Yep.
Goes in the one with the choice band.
Yep.
Retreat out.
With the energy discarded, yep.
And we will Giga Hammer for the KO.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Guess we're just gonna have to go there. Alright, we'll draw. Right, we're gonna bench the vaults. I will use our Abyssal Hand for the 2. It's not gonna get there. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was tough. I guess the one thing is like, if I just hit, then it's just gonna get like max potioned or something, but I suppose that's probably better than nothing. It's 180. Because what's the alternative? We like Twilight here or something? I mean, I guess that's probably good. Yeah, because you're gonna have to have like hard switch plus. I mean, it's always possible off of it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to Twilight here. I think there's not really any point in just straight attacking, so let me work out what in this freaking 30 card discard I need to get back in here. Definitely the VS Seekers. That I think goes kind of without saying. Definitely the DCEs. Probably Choice Band is good here as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 Sycamore. And Fairy Energy is probably okay. Yeah. It's gonna have to be that. So, shuffled into the deck.
Okay. How do we?
Yeah, I was really close to just going.
VS Seeker.
Oh wait, did I completely throw by not getting the Guzma? Yeah, I had enough energy to one-shot the Lele, didn't I? Whoops! God damn it. I didn't... I was on... Yeah, I was on 2 prizes as well, wasn't I? Yeah, I should have just done that. Oops. Never mind. If I lose this, it's on me now.
I'm doing what I reset VS Seeker.
Yeah, VS Seeker.
I need a lot.
That's what I'm
There's
hoping.
3 of those in the discard. I might just have to heal Marion, unfortunately. $130, it's not. I'm not sure if anything I can do wins here, unfortunately.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for that personally, but, you know.
Kingdom for an escape rope.
Yeah, escape would do it.
I don't think this runs it.
Probably not, to be honest.
I think I just have to go for it, hoping that you don't get into it. Well, VS Seeker for Guzma.
Guzma bring it in.
Probably the Octillery, honestly.
Fair enough.
Little geotech system.
Yep.
Retreat out and...
Pay the energy. Yep.
Yep. We'll hammer the...
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Artillery.
I mean, I guess I don't have a choice but to go there. Yeah, that is pretty good. Alright, we'll draw. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of needed to draw for that thing, because I have Red Candy Gallade, which was going to be great, but I needed the draw of the artillery. Yeah, because I don't even have anything in hand for it either, because I can hit 210, and that's as good as it gets, so, yeah. There's no point in even using the thingy, to be honest. I mean, I guess there kind of is, but I'm not gonna, if you've got it, I'm not gonna waste time using Gallade's ability here.
Got what? What are you looking for?
If you've got game, I'm not gonna waste time using Gallade's ability.
I'm not sure if I have game from here.
Well, alright, if you're gonna make me use it anyway, then I guess I'll premonition before doing that. Every other card in this hand would have just about done it. That's hilarious. Okay, to be fair, 3 of the 5 would have done it, but that's still close enough. God damn it. Alright, go for it.
Ultra Ball discarding Metal Energy and guess N?
Mm-hmm.
Still 3 of them in there, so I'm gonna have to go for that.
Okay.
I would build them, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I double check this. Still build them. Sycamore.
Mm-hmm.
Max Potion.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Rescue Stretcher, I Metang.
Mm-hmm.
Might matter, probably not.
It's a lot. It's like 6 energy in there, it's still not...
So you would be doing 150. It's not unreasonable for you to reach 210 again.
Hey, Kev.
You would need a lot to get to 1-hit KO off of 1 energy, I think. So I think we attach and pass.
Yeah. Wait, was that attached from hand?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, right.
I don't want to attach... Actually, no, it shouldn't be from hand. Hang on. Yeah, I should Geotech Systems it.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
you've
thinking.
got it. You've got it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I lost because I fucked up. I should have killed you with the Lele. I actually didn't... I didn't realize I was on 2 prizes. I should have... Leylaid for Guzma, got the kill from there. Like, I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. There was absolutely no reason not to. I had the win. That's pretty much it.
Test.
Hello.
You're audible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously getting off to a faster bit with it there. Like, I don't know. I just messed up is the thing with it. But,
It's easily done.
It is. But, yeah, I mean, almost surprising. It's like I should have won that game, basically, thingied with it. But, I mean, killing with the... I mean, obviously, weakness matchup is the only reason you're even in this to begin with. There's no way this wins if it doesn't hit the weakness. But, because, I mean, you just don't one-shot me, like, ever. That's the thing with it. If you don't one-shot with this, then you just lose, because I have Ace Roll. And I can one-shot you, as we found out, because I hit for 270. So,
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that's just a bit of a shame. I'm not too fussed, though, with it, obviously. After, at least once we got the Ultra Ball to begin with and stuff, we had a really great start with the thing here. And, I mean, maybe one of the issues with Diego's list, which is just like 2 cards off of, is that he doesn't have Floatstone or something like that, because if we could have gotten the Artillery out the active, maybe that'd be fine. But then again, most decks aren't running 4 Guzma and 4 VS Seekers, so, you know.
It just seems really good for this deck.
If you get your proper setup, I can see it, because you would want to Guzma like every single turn, right? If you can get the triple Metagross out, you just, I guess you're kind of just going in with the same one more often than not with that, which is fine. But yeah, not really a problem with that. Just yeah, obviously unfortunate going well. I guess I'm just dead because I get killed in one shot by weakness, but. I mean, we found out last round that that doesn't always mean that you instantly lose. And again, if I'd have actually played properly with and used the Lele for the Guzmas, because I had 2 of them in the deck, so it's like, I was thinking that'd be fine. But again, I thought I was on more than 2 prizes left, because yeah, with the 5 energy on the Guardi plus the band I had on the bench, that is just a one-shot on the 0 energy Lele. I had it, I just didn't see that I only had 2 prizes. And if I'd have seen that, maybe it would have been different. Then it would have just been probably a game 2, and then it would have been smoked by you going first. So, you know, maybe it's best we leave it where we do, but still. Yeah, Galley being in the prizes I don't think mattered too much, because it doesn't actually one-shot anything. It's like 10-shot on Lele as well. I guess it gives me another, like, you know, an awkward prize map sort of thing for it, but I think against this it probably doesn't matter all that much. Although I guess it forces you to like max potion or something on that instead, so maybe it's okay, but yeah, I mean, I got about as good a start as I could hope for in the end off of it. I had, what, like 2 Guardies turn 2, and basically all the energy I could want off it. Just, I'm still wondering between with a Twilight turn as well. I don't know if that was correct or if it was best just to hit you, because I was saying, if like obviously max potion is still a big deal with it anyway, and it was probably gonna determine stuff. I was just like, I don't know. Again, that was the turn I should have just killed though. So in that aspect, probably. Definitely not. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like. It's tough in the end. It's just I don't know if it was better to like force the max potion immediately or what, because I couldn't really crap back on you, as we saw at the end. Once you did the max pot, and it's like you've got an energy in hand, there's nothing I can do about that, and you just go from there. But I suppose it would have stopped you killing the artillery the turn after, so maybe, I don't know. It's always hard to think in retrospect with that. Twilight is an amazing attack, don't get me wrong. It's just like, because you do bulk up the deck again with stuff, it can be pretty awkward. My top 5 had a choice band 3 DCE at the end there, and I was like, god damn it, if I drew the DCE, I would have still won the turn out, but, you know, like the previous turn when you still had your free energy out here. Like, you Giga Hammered the artillery. If my top deck was DCE instead, then I would have had it because I had the fairy in hand to Secret Spring. Then DCE, I would have been on 6 energy on my active, and you had 3 on yours. So I still, like, yeah, almost had it regardless. So, you know, being able to shuffle 3 DCE back turns out is a pretty good play. Who would have guessed? You know? Yeah. Oh. It's, I think that was about as good a showing as I could have possibly gotten given the matchup here, but it's fine. Metagross is pretty fun, so it's worth messing around with.
I wanted to bring something different, and this is the only thing I had that I hadn't played.
I mean,
I'm glad I brought 3 decks today because.
We keep stealing each other's ideas, aren't we?
No, wait. But it's close enough. I don't really want to.
Yeah.
oh, that's
Garb
cute.
hates.
Huh.
Garb hates Gardevoir. Metagross kills Gardevoir.
I mean, yeah. Not the not.
I've already had
the end of
Metagross
the
up in a more vanilla flavor. I'm not gonna throw it up with Garb, which we've already seen plenty of already. So.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a bit of a watered down version of it, if I'm being honest. But Garb is still really good. Don't get me wrong. It's just you've had to make so many compromises on the spaces for that to make it work.
Yeah, space is the big issue here.
It does seem a little on the awkward side, but maybe I'm just not thinking of it right. It's hard to tell without seeing it, you know. Right, I suppose I should probably move over then, shouldn't I?
I'll change my color to black then.
And then we need to bring you. There we go. That will do for now.
May the shuffle not be cursed.
Well, I mean, it was almost cursed for both of us before. I'll go for Tails. It's almost cursed for both of us on that first game, but...
We both got Ultra Ball on our top deck though, so...
We did. Alright, well, it's your choice.
I'll go first. Yep.
Huh. Okay. Alright, good luck. I mean, that's spooky, but...
Okay, so... Best ball.
That's interesting.
But hands are better off. Where's Coco here there? Sland it.
Mm-hmm.
Bench second Ho-Oh. Attached to active. Yahweh.
Of course you've got it. Yep. I mean, why would we not? I guess attaching to active is at least a curiosity here.
One, two, three, four, yeah.
It's all to the same Pokemon. It's all to the same Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
4 fire energy
Oh,
and
yeah, so
attach
it
them to
is.
one of your Pokemon.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
No thinking, only. Right. No,
Uh-huh.
no thinking.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I mean, I'm dead if I don't get something, so I guess we've got to end. Because I don't have anything else I can do. Okay. Well, I mean, I have this at least. So I have something. We, I guess, are just gonna horn attack for the 30 here. Not much else to do.
Okay. Wishful baton.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Coco. I kill it anyway. Yeah, just did a Phoenix Burn KO.
Yep, seems alright. Okay, we will draw. Oh god, this game sometimes. Such an awkward one. I guess I'll bridge it here. Okay, he's there. We'll grab one. Guess probably grab that. And you, because I think we're gonna need that as well. Right. What the hell do we do from there is the thing. That's an excellent question. Oh, dear Lord. I guess... feels horrible doing it, but I guess I'll candy up to the Vikavolt. So we can strong charge here. So we'll go the grass there, the lightning there, I think. So honestly, if this thing ends up actually being the attacker, it's probably really bad for me. Go ahead. Also, Coco can one-shot Ho-Oh anyway, so, you know. Yep. That's as much as I can do, because I played the Bridget, so...
Yeah, just... We got this behind the second attack.
Yeah! Oh yeah! It does 100. It's kind of alright. Yeah, it's like if it's active and KO by damage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, damage from the opponent's attack. Yeah, just checking where the energy has to go for max elixir.
Yeah, it's all to one Pokemon, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Well, I hit.
Mhm. I mean, you've not used that many energy so far out of like 14 or something that deck plays, so considering the deck count is not like that ridiculous, it's not unlikely.
Yeah, it's quite safe to put it on the turn in case something stupid happens.
Fair enough.
At least Nitro Tank. Guzma in the GX.
Yep.
Nice. I go to Coco,
Mm-hmm.
be retreat, and torch it.
Yep, that's fine. We will draw. Let's go. Manual attach is looking actually kind of reasonable. Yeah, we'll attach to the Vikavolt because strong charge can still get this, and we'll end.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking your KOs too quickly here. Alright, Field Blower the baton away. Heavy Ball. We are going to grab ourselves a second Vikavolt because I have the candy for it. So we'll do that. Yeah, we're gonna do the double strong charge here, so we'll go these two to the active, and then we will go 1 and 2, just to spread stuff out a little bit to make sure we're not too over encumbered here. And we will Electric Ball for 200 damage and get the KO here.
Any reason I don't deal with anything else?
Don't you have your thing, Pepper?
No, Baton got Field Blowered.
Yep.
Ah.
Whew. There's a possibility we're in this now. We'll see.
Fishful Baton on the Ho-Oh. Nitro Tank.
Okay.
Thank you. 4 on there. And I put 1 on here.
Alright, we will draw. Field Blower the baton.
Of course, trying to do the fancy thing and get blowered all day. Trying to get the...
Retreat, Guzma the Ho-Oh.
Yeah, I saw that coming as well. I saw that.
And we will Electro Ball for 200.
This is kind of why we went in with the... we won the turn, I guess.
Yup.
Nice ball.
Mm-hmm.
To land it.
Yep.
Catch. Kill that stupid thing.
Yep. Seems good to me. Alright, we will draw. Oh, well, that makes things a bit interesting. Tapu Koko GX will use the arrow trail to move the lightning energies around and switch to it. We will attach a grass from hand and we will end.
Also, want to take the levy off the prizes. I get in for 1.
Hey, I prize like 4 energy in this game. I don't want to hear it. We will just Sky High Claws for 130 because I took all your energy off the board, so I can't just. I almost wonder if I shouldn't have. Probably shouldn't have actually used the field blower, should I? Because if you'd have kept the energy on the board, I would have had enough to Tapu Thunder you for the game there. God damn it! Yeah, I priced 4 energy and a Grubbin in that game, so like I don't want to hear it. Jeez. Yeah, I was just like, I mean, I did.
See more one game of that. That's pretty much a perfect example of how deck runs.
That's exactly how both decks play, to be fair. So yeah, I was looking at it going. Go on.
Yeah, this list is based off of a later list, in part from the Celestial Storm format.
Mhm.
Yeah, the top 64 regionals list there, which is on like 4 Ho-Oh, cut most of the text out. I actually had to add the Volcanion myself.
I could imagine, yeah.
But I like the batons it was on.
Mhm. And honestly, it would have worked if I wasn't able to aggressively get to the field blowers, you know. Especially that first one would have been rather devastating. You could see why Tapu Koko GX ends up making it in here, though, for me, because I'm just like, okay, Tapu Thunder is very, very good against this sort of deck, you know? Being able to just go, I'm gonna do 250 damage to you now, how about that? Or something like, you know, on just one bit with it. Obviously, it can one-shot the Ho-Oh just without using Tapu Thunder, but you know, being able to, say, Guzma in the Turtonator or something that you're building up in the back so you can go, well, I mean, I didn't know you weren't playing Choice Band, obviously, but the potential Choice Band or Volcanion discard,
like, I had 3
right?
in hand at one point, but I didn't want to expose them to blowers before I was ready.
It's totally fair, yeah, because
partially that, partly in case I wanted to Baton instead. You had a lot of 1 prizes on the board.
Yeah, no, it's ironic, isn't it, that I probably shouldn't have field blowered the Baton away, because then your energy would have been moved, you'd have been able to kill this, but you'd have still had like 4 energy in play, and I just Tapu Thunder you for the game at that point, right? Because you have 4 energy, 200 damage, so ironically I should have let you keep that energy. But then again, I could have easily just been end out of it or something as well, because I was holding it in hand, but I could have easily just like not kept it.
Brick,
so.
You know, I went to 2 bricks.
So
yeah, like,
but
I was thinking about first turn actually Googling in the Grubbin.
Yeah.
Off acceleration. It didn't. I figured I could just. If it was a problem, I could just Guzma it next turn when it was evolved. So we did have the Guzma to Coco line.
I did not know if going for the red candy turn 2 was actually correct there, or trying to hold it in the hand, because I was like, okay, N has not been played yet, but if I hold this hand and you end me out of this, then I like almost 100% lose the game from there, right? I don't think there's much of anything I can really do, and Sacred Fire was still a usable attack. You didn't have to retreat or anything for the thing, so you could have just gone Sacred Fire the active for weakness.
That's the other thing I was thinking about, because if I did do the Guzma line, I was going to Sacred Fire, kill the Grubbin, because it hits for weakness.
Yep. And then it's like my N is slightly weaker against you from there. So I was debating it, and then I go, no, I think it's fine, because like if you Guzma to get out of the active for this, that means you can't go ahead and hit me with the on the Vikavolt. And I mean, if you do that, I do still have a bunch of energy in play, like from the strong charge, so I might still be able to get to it if I get the second one, because you know that's why I budgeted to get the second Grubbin out, right? So I was looking at it, going, yeah, I think I have just enough doing it this way. And yeah, as it turns out, this thing's a relevant main attacker when it's good against lightning weak stuff.
My mind just blanked and I had a second attack at all. It's like, okay, spread me, not a big problem.
Yeah,
no, it's a big problem actually.
Yeah, actually, it turns out it's pretty freaking huge. Like, oh no. Yeah, I was looking at it going, this is the only deck that could actually use this attack right now as well. So it's, yeah. But it's just one of those things of going, well, I have this in the deck, and if I focus on it just enough, I can probably get this going. So let's try it, you know? It was
I tried
the
to play
play.
around that Guzma line, which I did see coming. But again, I couldn't stick in field blower. You can't really do much about that.
Yeah, although again, it's questionable whether or not that was the correct choice. But yeah, I didn't have it immediately. Obviously, I had to kind of grab it off the turn, you know, like draw for turn, which was pretty lucky having played one already. But I think I would have been like more happy to see Energy Recycler or something like that instead, because of how low my deck energy count was going in. Again, I priced 4 of my 12 energy. Like, how does that even happen in this thing, you know? Seemed a bit unfortunate.
Did you see Wednesday?
I know. It's funny because we've had worse situations than that for it, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this deck didn't actually get to do the Bulu bit, but Bulu's ridiculously aggressive off it. It's basically just Landorus, EX,
Another reason I was focusing it down. It's not just because it's taking prizes the fastest.
Yep, it's because with either of my tool cards, I play 4 tools in the deck for it, for it to work. You know, 2 Choice Band, Fury Belt would get there as well in this case, because you have exactly 190. I do 180 when I discard all the energy off of it, so Fury Belt does actually make it KO the Ho-Oh as well. Not this guy, obviously, but this is not the early game thing, and this doesn't have weakness to fire, as we have established in testing before when I played against the pure Volcanion thing last round. Yeah, this is not weak to fire, so it takes a little bit more effort for like non-Ho-Oh cards to like take it out here, you know. You do need a damage mod in order to take it out with something like Volcanion, and even then, like I noticed there's no Field Blower in here actually, so funnily enough, not that I had known that, but if I did find a Fury Belt and got it on one of these, then that would have been much better for surviving, wouldn't it? So, kind of funny how that works out.
Yeah, neither of the lists I was taking is from brand blowers.
Yeah,
so...
I mean, I guess it's not as necessary in one like this. It's not as if you've got a ton of ability stuff going around with it, and I mean, you're killing the things pretty efficiently. So I guess it's not as mandatory to run one here.
Volcanion, to be honest, I put it in there so I had damage ball off of Nest Ball more than anything.
Well, if you don't play something like that, then you're kind of conflicted between, like, you want Baton so you can get the energy to the bench, but you also want Choice Band because hitting 210 is kind of exceptionally important, you know? Not just for what we have in at the moment. Obviously, Zoroark hits at that range, Silvally ends up being at that range. Like, 210 is your sort of benchmark for Stage 1 GXs, and those are pretty big, so, you know, pretty important. So I think you definitely want, like, some sort of bit there. And then, yeah, if you have Choice Band, then all of your energy just goes away, like, right? So, plus, Choice Band and the 1 Volcanion is enough to get to Gardevoir, which is actually a horrific matchup for this to go against if you have any hopes of winning there, because all they need is a Secret Spring and the DCE, and they one-shot you cleanly. So, yeah. You don't have a good time into Gardevoir with this. I should know. It's very unfortunate for you. But yeah, like I said, this thing is effectively, you know, it's a judgment type attack, isn't it? It's just the same sort of thing what Landorus did, but this time we have acceleration in the form of Vikavolt. So we can get a grass and a lightning energy from the deck to this thing in one go. So if you can just get a grass attach in hand as well, which is not too hard, this deck is pretty aggressive after all for draw options and stuff, then you can keep chaining that turn after turn, and it's doing 180 by itself. Choice Band makes that key 210 marker again. So yeah, and it doesn't have a weakness. So it's if you don't have a one-shot number naturally, then this guy's kind of annoying, because that GX attack, we didn't get to see that either, but the GX attack, like, fully healing this thing is a pain in the ass. So, yeah, stupidly aggressive deck. I was going to show it last round, but turns out the Decidueye Ninetales match was a lot more interesting than playing this one, so we didn't have to in the end. But this is an incredibly fun deck to play, and acceleration from the deck is not something we usually get to see. Not as good as this, anyway. It's the best it's been, I think.
Accelerating 2 from the deck. I mean, I heard that's good even in Gen 8, in Gen 9.
Yeah, it's a shame in a way that the future versions of this, and I don't mean the Dragonite because that was from hand or something, right? There's like Rillaboom, I think, was Accelerate 2 Grass from deck, and there was a Colossal that was Fighting and Fire from deck. But that Gen 8 was just so hostile to evolution stuff in that way that they just couldn't compete, which is kind of depressing. That it's like this sort of thing is available later, but it's such an aggressive game by that sort of time. The HP totals and stuff just get too crazy, I think, for that to really work. And I didn't even mention, this guy can attack in his own right as well. You put a Choice Band on this, it hits 180, that's enough to KO like Drampas and enemy Bulus and stuff. Not quite enough to natively get to Ho-Oh, I know this is weak, but, you know, just this tier of HP. Not quite enough to get there, but, you know, Turtonator, obviously, is 190, so it doesn't get that. But it does get your Lele's and stuff if you Guzma them up. Energy cost is very heavy for the discard part of it, but that's okay because we play recyclers in here to get the stuff back. This is also a card we don't get to see very often because Energy Recycler just doesn't often, you know, come up because Super Rod tends to do enough of what you need, doesn't it? So, yeah.
But I can see it in here because you do excel from deck so quickly.
And you don't often need the Pokemon back off of this, because, I mean, you're mostly attacking with the basic EX stuff over here, so you don't tend to need to get as many back. I mean, you took 4 prizes in the first 3 turns of the game, so it's like, yeah, you know, you probably don't need to worry so much about that bit, so you don't necessarily...
If you lose all 3 Bulu, you've got bigger problems.
Yeah, you've lost the game anyway, so, you know... yeah, no, it's a wacky strong deck to sort of go about, and I like it. That's why, I mean, one of the reasons I wanted to show it. Doesn't really get too many tops, I think, from here, but it was one of the better decks of this this like little block here. So even if it didn't show up that much at Worlds, I think it's just because Gardy kind of took over, to be honest. But this deck has a good matchup against Gardevoir, because it discards all the energy off itself. So the Gardy's got to stick like 5 energy plus the thing on there to get to it. And that means Tapu Thunder, at least with my build of this, Tapu Thunder gets there. For the record, I took out a Lele to put the Coco in because partly I just wanted to show the Coco, but I found enough situations in my playing of this with you guys that it's like the Coco is amazing, you know? I was very tempted if you went more than... like, if you didn't just go all the energy on the Ho-Oh, if you just put like enough on the active to hit or something, I was potentially going to Tapu Thunder the turn prior if I was, you know, thinking about it, but probably would have been bad because you would have still had enough energy to hit the thing, but like 250 is a really good number to hit, you know? So... yeah, and I mean, we saw the switching part of it come in as well, because what was I going to do otherwise, right? I just had 2 Vikavolt on the field. I couldn't move them out the active or anything with the board as it was. Like, I was going to be stuck if I didn't have this, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Card is good. Tapus are good, who would have guessed? Except Feeny, unfortunately. She's not the best.
That's a list. So I was looking through, I noticed your topping comments, so I started checking EUIC results from 2018, and I just saw a list.
Oh boy.
Raichu.
Oh, the Shocklot thing, yeah. Yeah, we talked a little bit about this before, and I talked a bit about it in the set description for this one as well. The Heatmore being able to flip coins and get cards back from the discard pile, you infinitely get... It's got all the Devo sprays and stuff in it as well, right? Because you basically get to infinitely recycle.
4 Devo, 4 Puzzle. We've got Victini for the flips.
Yep. Because you do flip 2 coins for the thing. I thought I saw something in the format that could get an item card back from the discard as well, but I don't remember what it was. I know I mentioned it during one of the set description things, so it's probably somewhere, but I forget exactly what it was. It's one that just like gets an item back rather than doing Heatmore's coin flip thing, but I don't think that's in the deck as well. Yeah, it's pretty much, especially after VS Seeker goes away, so you can't just like Guzma with that repeatedly. You've got a limited number of them. It's just trying to run the opponent out of resources, right? Is the goal for it. So yeah, Gen 7 does have a lot of control-y, stall-y stuff available as it like goes further in, and EUIC is definitely one of the later tourneys in the year for that, so not too surprising, unfortunately, but hey. Do we want to do anything else with this one, or do we want to do another like session with this, or what? Do you guys want to play, or?
And you said you had 3, I can bring out something else.
I do, but well, it's more of a did the Golisopod nonsense get recorded, Cal?
We have not shown that yet, no.
Yeah, I'll run that back rather than subject you to the emergency deck. I'm just going to bring it out so you can see why.
Oh.
Whoops.
Tower of Power. Yeah, the Neuven stuff is. Yeah, I mean,
just more in case you needed something else, more material for a thing. But if you've got if you haven't got Golisopod on yet, then I think I'll play that into whatever Dai's doing. Then
fair dues.
Bullshit, then no.
Yeah, so Kim just said in the chat because of the way this was going over the top, it's just overlay, and it's like, yeah, I didn't over exceed something here, you know? Right, I'm gonna clean up some of this in the meantime then.
Yeah, because that might cause some lag.
Yeah, so I'll clear up some of the stuff, and
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Give me a second.
yeah, because
Heads. Okay.
I'll go first.
Yeah, because I haven't shown like the Sylveon version of the Guardi deck, but I did play the regular one, which is the one I wanted to play more, one I intended to play on the testing stuff, and just didn't click the right one.
Zai, don't game wash yourself again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's fine, we got there.
And this is on the list of hands of all time.
Ah, yes. Now we can laugh at all of the bad hands.
I don't know, I'm pretty comfortable right now.
Digit?
The Great Unstucker.
It is nice to just hard draw it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, that is more likely to.
Yeah, so the thing that was being referenced earlier, during our testing session, we had an exact mirror, like a 60-card mirror match of this one, which was pretty funny. So that was what was being referred to. And
Grass on the bench twin pod.
Yep.
Pass it to you there.
I would have switched to the Coco personally, but you know.
Yeah, I considered it.
Well, it's just because your ability only works when you're on the first turn that you have it, so that's why that's why I would have switched to it. But that's just me.
Actually, should we attach that? I don't know. I don't know if we attach this turn. I think we just pass.
Okay.
Out of thinking that, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, it's also making something vulnerable.
I get that, I do.
finish this now. Yeah, I think I mentioned sort of a Wimpod and Sycamore this away.
Nice.
You've got the Explorer, and Acerola and Guzma aren't too useful right now.
You see, that's what I was scared of. Just Guzma, drop Golisopod, then smash.
Yeah, I mean that's always possible. Yeah, see now we're regretting our life choices, huh?
A little bit, yeah. Golisopod. Not Forest. Yeah. Yeah, keep the bench ones going. Yeah, kind of hoping to have them attached by this point. And pass it back to you.
Okay. We are about to pop off.
As Guardy is one to do.
Rare Candy, Gardevoir, manually attach Secret Guard or Secret Spring. Professor Sycamore discarding VS Seeker.
What if the garden has a spring in it? There we go. That works, right?
Fair. We'll put down a Remoraid. We'll evolve the Curlia. And Infinite Force for the KO.
This deck is just really good, what can we say? Like, very explosive start here. Despite not playing a single card on your fist. You know?
It didn't feel right.
It's fair.
We respect the turn 2 bug deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah, it's a bit costly, but I think we need to aggro dig a bit here. Sycamore.
Ooh.
Guarding Guzma and Revitalize the VS Seeker.
Okay, now why is this not grouping up properly? TTS, please.
Yeah, please.
Also that.
Grass. Put grass down. Retreat, first impression.
For 120.
120, yeah, it's a lot of damage for one energy. That's what makes this thing good. Wins EUIC with Todd playing it with Zoroark GX next year, so... No, that's probably also Todd being absolutely insane, but you know.
Nothing rescuable there. If we just dig and see if we get it, I guess. DC the active, Secret Spring,
Oh, okay.
VS Seeker for the Sycamore.
And the Stretcher 2 energy.
Naturally.
Think that's 210?
That's 210, yeah, there's 5, 6, and then Choice Band makes it 7. That's 210.
So we'll Infinite Force for the KO.
This is why this thing is so ridiculous. I mean, obviously this is an awful lot of resources just like going in for this now, but that's not a terrible setup behind it, right? So definitely seen worse.
It also cleanly deals with one of the Golisopods.
Yeah, that does help.
I have. I'm actually trying to play.
I'd have thought so.
Grass on the Rowlet. Choice Band on Golisopod. Bench the Espeon. The Seeker for an N I discarded earlier.
Yeah, so
Yep.
play the end. Yeah, so I was thinking you might have used one of the other things in hand there, side, but it's fine. Yeah, fair enough. Shuts me right the hell up.
Artrix. Ultra Ball, discarding. Ultra Ball, Lele. Decidueye, Forest Evolve. Let me think. I know an SB on board, so I have options.
Playlist humor is coming back in here. It's one of the Pokemon
Not the
Coliseum.
Remoraid.
It's one of the final fight songs in Battle Revolution on at the moment, so it's all tense and everything.
Retreat, KO with a first impression.
Oh, we have options.
Pepper's like, don't want to hear that.
No, you want to. Your hand is very limited. You just want to pass.
It's
your
really
turn.
not. No, it's really not. There's plenty of options here. I don't know which one to do.
It's all basic energy. The game's lying to you.
Ultra Ball, discarding Wonder Energy and Curlia.
I'm pretty sure we discarded a lot of energy earlier, so well, two of them. So. Yeah,
Grab
see,
our Octillery.
see, I thought you were going to do that with the Ultra Ball in your previous hand as an end proof, but obviously, what do I know? You know.
Abyssal Hand. Okay.
Oh, I can see that as well.
Now there's questions here. I should probably play it safe and attach that in Sycamore. Oh, that's not great. I shouldn't have attached, but whatever.
That's tough, to be honest.
Put down DNC. Pay retreat, go out to DNC pass.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you dig through and you go so far in, and it's like the game's like, I don't want to give it to you. You know. That is tough, because that looks like a pretty good Twilight turn as well, to be honest, if we could have gotten it.
Yep.
Now with DCE. Where's that? And on the Decidueye. Sycamore.
Okay, that's good at
Lily
least.
Forest.
Yeah, the curly is safe.
Ultra Ball, discard Forest and Ultra Ball. Get Dartrix. Dartrix. Decidueye.
Prepare for any possibilities here.
Endless possibility. Ah dear.
Put 40 on the Curlier.
Sai's like, damn, I didn't prepare for that one.
And yeah, do take the Armor Press KO.
So take a whole 20 less damage next turn, which is relevant.
Ultra Ball discarding Guzma and VS Seeker. Actually, do we do that or... Nah, it's very risky if we do that. Let's not.
Oh, I think I know what you want to do.
Rare can actually, do we rare candy this one? No, we'll evolve it normally.
I would. Personally,
You can
looking
choose
at the
not to evolve
position.
it. I'm sure nothing terrible would happen.
Get rid of those choice bands.
No, I'm just looking at the position going, yeah, I probably would, because I think you need a double Secret Spring this turn.
Secret Spring. Abyssal Hand. For 3. Manually attach.
God, we are so close. That Armor Press is mattering right now.
Professor Sycamore.
Yeah, this is why I would have gone bench. Ooh, okay. Got there. It's impressive.
Is that enough?
Yeah, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the choice band makes it 8, so it's 220 right now.
Yeah, we'll go for Infinite Force.
Okay, look at our options. Lower the band. Energy on the Espeon.
Yep.
Band on the Decidueye. N.
Yep, just one.
Yeah, that hand is...
Oh, that's pretty good.
And proofing safely because I have to kill this Gardevoir now.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
I
If
can
you,
just die.
yeah, it's too much of a threat otherwise, so you can't get rid of the artillery as well.
So yeah, I gotta put the 40 on that, on the active, and move for a shine to KO it for 1 price.
Also defaults the artillery for what it's worth, but it's not really that much of a problem. I guess it's just like you could... you've got to put something up before you draw.
Yeah, I gotta put...
Oh, right, yeah,
Whoopsie.
sorry.
There's an obvious
There's always
choice,
going to be
but-
rolls, but yeah. Actually, do that first. Unsure on ordering. Abyssal Hand first, I think. Super Rod.
Okay, gonna deafen up on the thing real quick, just so I can't like get interrupted by them. This is a real problem for Sai, actually. Pepper might not realize this at the moment, but Sai is down all 3 of his red candies. He's playing Diego's exact list, and there was only 3 red candy in that one. I put the 4th one in myself. That means that if Devo Spray just keeps happening here, or not Devo Spray, but the Devolution Beam, the attack on this thing, Miraculous Shine, if that attack keeps coming out, I don't think Sai has a way of winning this this game, and we can just go Decidueye pings all the time here.
Sycamore, discard Acerola and Galliard. Ultra Ball discarding Bridget and Alolan Vulpix. I think we pass from there.
What a weird game state we have found ourselves in.
I just thought your discard so I can see it easier.
Do as you need.
We don't have that, what was it, Shop It that required the bottom of the discard for something or whatever. There was one card that in history that needed it, wasn't there? That was like Gen 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have a choice here. Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. DC goes on Decidueye. Float goes on the Espeon. I have VS Seeker. Do I NU? Or do I Guzma to kill the Curlier? Got 3 candies down, so I'm gonna go with the Guzma line to after this, drag this in, and
I think you.
No, I absolutely am. I don't think I have another turn to give you.
I mean, do you not have 4 candy?
Diego's list only played 3. This is Diego's list. I put the 4th one in. This is one of the changes I made, was put the 4th candy in and put the second Acerola in instead of the Hex.
I was wondering if I should Ultra Ball for the second Curlier, but I wasn't. I didn't want to leave myself with nothing.
I get that. Even if you had though, then the line just becomes Miraculous Shine. This I deafened myself real quick just so I could say this on the thing without alerting you guys. I saw the 3 red candies in here and going, right, that's the win con then, right? Is you just keep spamming Miraculous Shine and pinging the stuff, and it's like, what do you do from there? You know, as you didn't even really need to play anything else out. I was looking at it.
I completely blanked that. I was just incidentally to get rid of the Curlier because my other line was N. Keep was to play my stuff down and keep Espeon in and kill the Octillery there and let you deal with an N to 1.
Which is what I probably would have done myself in that spot. Is like N to 1.
I didn't realise I could have put the Curlier back all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't see that was a way of preventing Gardevoir. I just didn't.
My other sort of bit looking at that
term.
is like looking at it on even from like a regular like not knowing the list sort of perspective, is like if you do that play, then you're making it so that like this is still gets devolved as well, because that's just how Espeon works, right? So you're getting rid of the draw engine, you're adding the card, doesn't matter adding the card to the hand, that's fine. You're getting rid of the draw engine as well as devolving the benched one to, or any of these that become curlier, right, into routes again. So you are forcing off of an end to one and one draw to have the red candy or die, basically. And that's where I would have gone with it myself. Yeah, it's this is an interesting sort of matchup. I mean, there was a missed turn, obviously. That's the really unfortunate bit here, because I think if you'd have managed to Twilight that turn, rather than just having to pass with a Curlier, like retreat the Curlier sort of thing, I think you probably could have been in it then, because you could have gotten back all the resources.
The get deck just didn't give it to me.
No, it didn't, and sometimes that does just happen, so... yeah, so Diego...
It was pretty hopeless when I was left with an Espeon and a Dream, but... well...
I mean, Espeon's a heckin' good card, especially with Decidueye, so we haven't gotten to see it too often, but Miraculous Shine is very, very powerful, especially against Rare Candy, but even outside of that, it's just like, well, now I can't evolve through my stuff again. The counteract to that would, I don't think it was possible, but the counteract to that would have been, like, Diancie, right? It's trying to get that back. I know it's in the discard at the moment, but like with the Super Rod, probably would have been to get that and to try and manage to get a like Evolve plus Diancie Evolve to sort of defend against the Espeon. But even then, I think it's just too slow at that point. Yeah, Espeon's a very good card. That's the thing. I did have it in the I mean, I had to bench it, right, and didn't do anything against the basic only Volcanion stuff, but I did have it in the deck from last round because it is just exceptionally good with Decidueye, and well, I'm kind of glad we got at least one time to see it here, because we kind of haven't until now, you know, hasn't really gotten to show up very much, so very happy to see that.
Deck out for people to see.
Yeah. So, Gardy taking a couple of L's today, but I mean, I should have won mine, I just missed the line. But I also shouldn't have won it because it was up against Metagross, so we can't keep getting away with this whole weakness matchup not existing thing, right? Because if I'd have won like 2 weakness matchups in a row, that would have just been like, you can't just keep doing this, come on. But yeah, no, this being the exact Worlds list. The differences being I cut out one of the Lele and the Hex in order to put the second Acerola and the 4th Candy in. Logic being that Gardy is pretty hard to one-shot, and I wanted to maximize the use of the VS Eco plus Acerola stuff here. So I was like, I don't think I need Hex in the deck very often, not against most of what comes up. And if I put the 4th Candy in, that means I can more, even sticking with a free Curlier, I can more aggressively go like Candy Cardi back up again each time, and just continuously be able to Acerola for possibly 3 turns in a row even. And if you're doing Acerola even 2 turns in a row, you're probably winning that game, right? Because how often are you going to be able to even keep up with that, right? Especially in a deck that can just literally spring out 180 damage in one thing for it. Or more, you know. And the cool thing with it, with Acerola in this deck, is because it's a soft once per turn on the Gardy, if you Secret Spring with your active damage Gardevoir, then Acerola it back up and can evolve the next Curlier or Routes or whatever into Gardy, you can use that same Secret Spring again, because it's a new Gardevoir at that point. So you can just use Acerola, pick up the energy that was on that active as well, and just be able to plant even more down. And yeah, basically cheat the system a little bit. We used to do this all the time with Devolution Spray in the bat line, right? It's the same sort of idea. You can still do it with this too. Yeah, so I wanted to lean into that just a little bit more. Otherwise, yeah, this list is obviously really good. It won Worlds, so it's clearly insanely strong. But yeah, only 3 Rare Candy because it favors the Stage 1 setup. And I believe that is more or less because of Garb, right? Being in the format, even with a deck like this, you've still got to find the time to Twilight, and so that might not always happen, and I think it really didn't come up today, because like I used it and it was just not the right spot for it, and we just missed the opportunity to use it in this game because we whiffed it. So yeah, it's like you're not always going to be able to shuffle the stuff back into the deck, even against something like Garb. And yeah, you just might not have the time, because if you do that and then the opponent comes in and goes, alright, like Berserk for whatever, or Espeon do its Psychic attack or something for a decent bit, you might end up just getting screwed anyway, you know. So the Garb won't kill you, but its partner sure will. So yeah, I think that's probably a concession here. Moving forward, we could probably see the 4th candy in here. That would be instead of one of the Curlier. Sylveon variant I did actually play only 2 Curlier and like the 4 candy. That's because you could use Sylveon to search out whatever cards you want, so that does help a bit. This is actually based off of a future list as well, but one I found from Pablo Meza, who won, I forget which regional, I think it was a regional, that this sort of list won. Obviously without the VS Seekers and stuff, but it's future format. And yeah, most of the Sylveon lists you find at the moment, like Shun Ito's top 32 list, played a heavier Sylveon, less of the Guardi. It didn't play the Gallade, it's like 3-1-3 Guardi or something, and played all the more of the disruption stuff that Sylveon was known for, which I didn't like. I thought, to heck with that, it's a Gardevoir list, you play the freaking Gardevoir, dang it. So, you know, I took a list from that one further in. I'd have to take a look. I don't think I've got the page still up, but if you guys are going to say, I'll go look it up real quick whilst you say your stuff.
I think it got as well as it could out. It was just a shame not getting the Gardevoir when I needed it, but you know,
yeah, I was panicking a lot in that mid game because I was down attackers so fast, like with the
yeah,
Gardevoir scaled really well.
And I just want to note again here, your attackers had a single energy on them, and they still got one shot. Like, my guy, what the hell? You know, that's just how strong this thing is, you know?
2 prizes with 1 energy on them.
Uh-huh. It's like...
Or in one case, it wanted 3 energy, but also a damage reduction.
Mm-hmm. So, it's just kind of absurd how much damage you took off of that, you know?
It's expensive to do it, but yeah, it gets there.
Yeah, it really does. Pablo's one, was it like Hartford Regionals? Didn't, let me have a look at it then, because I think it's, yeah, okay, it didn't win, it was like top 16 in Hartford was what I based my Sylveon one on. The one difference, I think he's got Parallel City in here, but obviously I needed to make some space for VS Seekers, so there's a few changes, like the second Bridget goes, the third Guzma goes, etc. You know, but yeah, this was based on a topping list in the next format, so it's pretty cool. I put an extra float stone in as well because I didn't like the fact we only had the 1 float stone in here. I kind of get why, but I don't know. It's like it's kind of hard to get Sylveon out if it's like you don't start the EV if you only have 1 float stone. So I just wanted an extra method for that. Because your goal is to bridge it turn 1, right? And if you bridge it turn 1, you can't Guzma turn 1 in order to get the Sylveon to Magical Ribbons. So, yeah, I just want an extra out to that. I think this was a pretty good showcase of the format in general, though. Got a lot of stuff out of it. Like, yeah, we didn't show the Golisopod Garb, but we played Garb a lot last time round, and we've at least played the Golisopod. We don't have to exactly show every single permutation of every single deck ever, right? So, you know.
It's still about that. Yeah. This one Juniors, wasn't it?
I think that was what it was, yeah.
I know the Junior. I can't remember if it was win or second or something like that.
Golisopod, I've got the page up. Golisopod,
Decidueye,
yeah.
Top 4 Worlds Juniors.
Yeah, that's still really good. I mean, we are getting to the point, we're in the online era now for stuff, obviously. PTCGO's been out for quite a while at this stage. You know, several generations actually, because it was Heart Gold Soul Silver era when that was starting up. So, PTCGO's more or less in its final form at this point, with its, like, the identity and stuff, visual layout, etc. And it was, yeah, rather popular all around. There was a lot of information going around. Loads and loads of decks to potentially look at, and even though this format didn't exactly like wasn't very old by the time Worlds was a thing. There was plenty of testing to be had before that came out. So yeah, plenty of decks to look at, and I think we've done a relatively good job of showing the best ones here. So I don't know. I mean, if you guys have really got other stuff you want to do before we move on from VS Seeker, then we can, but
I was wanting to try to stick with the double Dark Rise, but I couldn't think of anything I liked that wasn't just Dark Ride Dragons with a Tech Dark Ryan GX in it.
yeah, basically.
I saw the turbo list, and it just seemed like it's also empty almost, you know what I mean? It's just like, you get it out and hope it wins.
Yeah.
But for all the extra energy you're getting from those disguised Dark Rise, you're giving up the double energy, the DDEs lines.
Yes, understandable.
Kind of weird. I was looking at the Zygarde with double dragon energy, the one from Burning Shadows.
Yep, I saw that as well.
It had a big number on it.
Yeah, it hits
100.
100.
I'm not sure about a great partner that isn't just retreading either Darkrai or Xerneas Break.
Yeah, it hits 150 and then discards a Dark and a Fairy, which is your double dragon energy. Still needs a DC on top of that as well. It's fine, but it's probably a bit awkward because it's kind of hard to get enough energy on it, I think. And like, I know we don't tend to play it as often, or the decks that we play don't tend to have them as often, but Enhanced Hammer was not, like, absent from the format at this stage, especially if you play into, you know, stuff like the Gardevoir decks and whatnot. Quite a lot of them do end up having Enhanced Hammer around, and I think that would completely mess up that Zygarde, to be fair. So, because, like, unless you're going to build 2 basic energy on it first and then double dragon it or something, which seems very clunky.
Yeah, like, that's kind of why I was thinking the Xerneas with it, because it's another thing you can Xerneas onto that might do something later. The Giratina has passed its prime at this point, because Megas aren't that huge a thing. It's still Mega Rage running around, but
yeah, Giratina is more for the disruption aspect at this point. Not being able to put special energy down is pretty big. Maybe not being able to put the tool down means you survive because Choice Band doesn't come down. But it is pretty difficult to justify that damage, especially when you get 1 energy infinite forced for a KO. You know, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, like, that's the issue with dragons right now, is that they're weak to fairy.
Yup, so oops, infinite force is just even better now. This card is so insane, like, my god. I did mention in the other video and stuff for the set description and whatnot, but this isn't the most popular format for people to go back to. I think it's mostly because of the situation surrounding Worlds, but also because of this thing. A lot of people don't seem to like this for various reasons. It's partly, I guess, because of how annoyed Garb gets by it, partly just because, I mean, you saw how much damage it can just dump on the board in one go. Yeah, I can see...
I think it's a format centralization problem. Because thanks to Garb being everywhere, and this being amazing and beating Garb, you'd end up with a question where this rules the format, so you got to play the things that beat this, which probably lose to Garb. And it's not the deepest, the most easy explorable format. Especially when you got the fire deck running around as well.
Yeah, Vikavolt does kind of lose.
Thing you cut out by going one step earlier is the Ho-Oh Kiawe nonsense.
Yeah, which is fair. I think that deck is rather vulnerable in its own right, but I can understand again if somebody doesn't like that.
Oh yes, I can see it being vulnerable. Like, I was thinking about it, about my matchup with it on the Metagross, and I realised that Lily is actually pretty good if it has to go in and has a few energy on it.
Potentially, because it doesn't apply resistance on it. So, yeah. Yeah, no, even, it's funny because it's like, yeah, we do have obviously the weakness stuff as we always do, but I mean, I basically showed that you can win against it with the Gardy if you don't, like, suck at the very end. And, you know, we've had weakness matchups in previous, you know, rounds and stuff before, which didn't actually end up going quite how you would expect. It's one of those weird sort of times where, yes, it matters, but it isn't always a death sentence, you know? And there isn't much, unfortunately, that does that to Gardy, because it's Metagross or nothing, really. There's not really any good metal attacks that you can use right now.
Aren't doing much right now. I saw a list going through the EUIC stuff, which was Greninja and the Registeel. That just looked bad. I think.
Yeah,
the seniors list as well. It's like Zoroark, one Celesteela, Registeel, Genesect for next format.
Right.
Genesect
Yeah.
EX.
Speaking
I'm
on.
not sure what.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it just looked like it was a weakness fish, which was just worse than playing the Metagross.
Yeah. Speaking on, I made an attempt at it. We'll see it next season at some point anyway, because it never wins, but it certainly does still top throughout the whole thing here. And we did see, I forget which one of the, I'm sure it was one of the internets, but when they had a caster battle for 2018 Worlds format, Zoroark versus this just like absolutely crushed it. Even was kind of insane in that set. So yeah, we'll see Greninja again at some point before thing in. But I wanted to at least thing it is that like Guzma is a really good card for this, even though I saw very, very few Greninja decks in next season play it. I am still stunned at that. There was like 3 or 4 Guzma total across the entire topping lists on Limitless, and there are a lot of topping lists on Limitless, so I don't understand.
To me either, because just look at this Greninja and the Gank Shuriken. Like, this loves Guzma.
Exactly. Like I couldn't understand it. So like yeah, I was considering it only because Dive Ball rotates, and I'll bring out for you guys in a minute what I considered like important stuff that was rotating, because there's a lot actually. So I've saved a separate thing for that. But I've already done the video on that, so we don't need to show it otherwise. But yeah, I was just looking at it going, yeah, if I was going to play Grand, it would probably be this sort of bit. I don't know about the Feeny, but I like the idea of having a GX attack around, and Tapu Storm can sometimes be really irritating, you know, especially if the opponent's gone in quick with like a Kiawe or a Stage 2 sort of bit, right? It's just like, if you Guzma up the thing that they've bench attached with Kiawe and Tapu Storm them, they're going to be very upset with you, you know? So that's kind of nice. And also against Stage 2s and stuff, it's really good too. Just being able to shuffle away like a gigantic Guardia or something is, I think, worth at least testing. But I will admit, didn't put any time into this one in terms of actually playtesting it or anything, because it's not too different later on. I have to play like Evo Soda or something instead of Dive Ball, but that's not really that bad. Play an extra Booklet Hill so you can search your basics, it's all good. Ace Trainer is the only thing in here that really goes away, and that was the one thing I was considering, like doing a spread build or something and just like spam Ace Trainer was the thing. But then if I do that with like Coco Weavile or something, Teammates is probably the better card to spam, right? Which also goes away, but it's like, that would have probably been the better card to just go in instead of Ace Trainer most of the time. So, didn't really get to that. But, yeah, spread something out.
We haven't brought is the Weavile spread stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of assumed you'd be on that though, so I didn't take it.
I did playtest it, but I didn't tweak it at all because I didn't really have much time for that. It's not terrible whatsoever, but I think it's just going to get better in the future sets, and I kind of want to go from there. Like, losing teammates is a thing, but I don't... gaining Counter Catcher and Counter Energy not too far away from now, I think is a bigger buff than losing teammates. So, and of course, if we wait just a tiny bit longer than that, there's also the Evil Admission Weavile that comes out as well, that suddenly ends up like bringing the whole thing together. I have a list for it in Ultra Prism, like halfway into next format to look at. So I will still tinker with it probably, but that's where I'm sort of looking at it for. There's a list that I've noticed that topped in Ultra Prism format that also plays the Honchkrow, which I really wanted to do, and yeah. That's where the Weavile is going to come in, I think. So, yeah, lots of fun stuff with it here, and I think we've done a good enough job of it. Unless you guys have really got other stuff you absolutely want to like build and show.
I'm ready to move forward at this point.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff is format you can just throw Zoroark in anyway, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're good to move.
Yeah. And, well, we're probably going to need to, like, spend 1 or possibly even 2 testing things anyway, because this thing rotates over here, and that's going to be a shock to the system. No more VS Seeker shenanigans to go over. So, yeah. we'll get there. But alright, I guess for the YouTube side then, that will do. A nice long one for this one, nearly 2 hours actually. Sheesh. Yeah, nice long, lots of games going on, solo bit, lots of decks showing off. Fun times for all. So until next time, 2018.